Hey everyone, welcome back to Redfox channel. I am Bharath, security consultant at Redfox. If you are into cybersecurity, you are definitely in the right place. Whether you're just getting started or curious about hacking, we got you covered. Here at Redfox, we prioritize on hands-on learning, 70% practical, 30% theory. Redfox has a hundred of security consultant who has worked on real team engagements. We also have our training courses at academy.redfox.com. We have our Windows Evasion bootcamps going on, and we also have our Windows Red Teaming bootcamp going on. Today, today's live topic is about Evilginx, how to bypass MFA, multi-factor authentication. Evilginx is a tool which can be used as a sneaky software where we can capture credentials live. It's not just about MFA, we can capture everything. Evilginx is a powerful man in the middle framework. It is commonly used by penetration tester, red teamers in the real world engagement, exceptionally for bypassing multi factor authentication. In simple terms, Evilginx allows attackers to create a very realistic phishing website that looks like a real thing. When the victim enters their passwords, username, and their MFA code, Evilginx capture it sneakily. Evilginx basically acts like a bridge between the phishing site and the real site. So Evilginx quietly captures everything in between and gives us the credentials. So let's get started with the live session. Evilginx is a free community edition, so you don't have to pay anything. Just have to go to Evilginx to GitHub repo and download the source code. If you are working on the Linux machine, you can also git clone it and download the repository. As you can see, I have downloaded the source code. And one more thing, Evilginx is written in Go language. So for it to work, you need to install Golang. You can search Golang on Chrome, and you can go to go.dev. This is the website, and you can download the software here. You can download for Microsoft Windows, which comes as a MSI package, and you can also download for Linux also. For Windows, you can use this, and you can just install it from here. So I'm not going to install it now because I have already installed it. It takes a time, like around 5 minutes to install. So I'm canceling it. So let us see if we have our Golang installed properly. And type Go version. Yeah, there you can see we have a Go version 1.24 running. So after downloading the Evilginx software, you can extract it. You can extract it to your base preference folder, but I have kept it in my C drive. So no, let me extract it once again. Extract all, browse, and I prefer to keep it in the C drive. Okay. Meanwhile, when it's installing, we need to install some extension for Chrome. That is, edit this cookie. Basically, we are going to steal the cookie right from the user session. So we need to be able to edit the cookies to install into our session. I've already installed it. You can install it from here. And one more thing is storage is storage is. So cookies are stored in the browser's storage, right? So for us to insert it, we need this storage extension also. We have it here. I have the both extensions over here. All right, and Yeah, we have our Evilginx extracted. So let's go. I'll zoom in a bit. Go to our Evilginx folder. Yeah, it's here. Yeah. For Windows, you have this build run.bat file. For Linux, you have this make file. You can just run the command make to install. For Windows, I will run it as build run bat. It's building. Okay, we have it here already. So one more thing, for you to edit this fishlets, fishlet is basically tells Evilginx how to deal with the um cookies, what cookies to capture, which phishing subdomain to create. So you need this code editor. I have Visual Studio over here, Visual Studio Code. You can choose whatever you like. And before that, let's see how Evilginx work. You can type help command. It will show all the commands that saw there in the Evilginx. Have a config, proxy, Phishlets. And if you want to know more detail about what this config thing is, you can just type help config. It shows all the things over here. Okay, let's set up our domain, phishing domain. As we are doing this local environment, I will set up in my local PC. If you want to do this in the real world, you need to have a VPC provider, a domain name, and an SSL certificate for that. So I am going to set up in this my local environment. So for that, I will use config host name. Host name. I'm going to name it as fake.com. There's some error with that. Config domain, sorry. Config domain fake.com. Yeah, fake.com is set. And we have to set the IPv4 address also. Config IP. You can use tab for autocomplete. I'm going to set it as localhost 0.0.1. Okay, we have it set. So today we are going to capture credential for microsoftonline.com. Basically office.com or outlook.com, anything. Let's see, office.com. We're going to capture this. Okay. Okay, I have my session already. Let me just clear the browser history. Office.com. You go there. Okay, when we are going to sign in, it's going to microsoftonline.com. So for this entire phishing, we are taking this microsoftonline.com as our domain to fish. So for that, first we need to create a fishlet. Okay, we have already loaded my folder also, Evilginx folder, and we have the fishlets here. Here we have an example which comes by default, and I'm going to copy this and create a new one, and I will rename it as Yum365, Microsoft 365. Okay, we have a version here. Minimum version for this fishlet to run is 3.0.0, the Evilginx version, and we have proxy host. Proxy host tells Evilginx to which um, which domain we need to capture the credentials and which phishing subdomain we have to set up. This is breakdev.org, which is of Krubergetsky, who is the author of Evilginx. Here we can replace this as the one we have seen here, microsoftonline.com. I'm going to copy it paste here the original subdomain we have login, and we have to set this up for phishing subdomain. We can name it as same here. Session equals to true. Is this a landing page? Yeah, this is a landing page, and we don't need auto filter here, so I'm removing this auto filter. Okay, we don't need the sub filter also because we are manually writing the filters, right? So there is no need for this sub filter. Let's comment it out. And now I'm opening my network tab, so we'll know what logs and what's domain name we are calling. This is my email I'm going to use today. Next. Okay, you can see it now. Password. Next. And a 2FA code, which is 479878. Next. Okay, that didn't work. 497878. Yes, I want to stay signed in, and I'll stop the capturing. Okay, let's go back and see. Okay. Okay, this is where the login process started, and make sure to select the domain here because we want to see which domains we are calling, right? So select the domain option here. Uh, oh, okay. We have browser events. We don't need that. We have loginlive.com. We need that, right? What's this doing? This is fetching for that OAuth, so we need that also. Let's add it in our proxy host. You can select shift halt, and if you press down arrow key, it will copy the line exactly. So it was loginlive.com, right? So we'll use live.com, and original sub is login, and phishing sub is, so phishing subdomain, it should not be repeated. Subdomain should not be repeated because Evilginx may get confused and it will throw error. So we'll keep it as logon maybe. Yeah, logon we'll do next. Let's just copy it down. Okay. We have to write this is landing is false because this is not a landing page. To do this false, this goes false as well. Okay, let's see what other domains we have. Login, we already have this myself or .net. I think it's not necessary. Outlook office.com. We need this. Office.com. Office.com. And original subdomain was Outlook. And our phishing subdomain will be Outlook. What else do we have here? Okay, we have office.com as well here. So this is the last page where we had landed after the signing in. Landing version 2. So we'll add this also. What was it called again? Office.com. Office.com. It was www. It will be same here as well, www. Okay, this is a proxy host session. So let's go to auth tokens. We are defining this auth token because we need to Evilginx need to know, right, which cookies it should capture from which domains. So we are going to define that here. First, let's go to a session, and we have storage here, right? We'll use that. Storage tells us what domains to include exactly. Bing.com, we're not going to use that. It's not necessary. Live.com. See, it has a dot right before live. It means that it's including all the subdomains from live.com as well. So let's live.com. Just a second. And we are going to write a regex here. Dot asterisk. And we need to tell Evilginx what this is. This is a regular expression. And once again, we have to copy this, and we have to now include the domain only. I don't know why this happens, but the author has told us he will update soon, so we don't need to include two of them here. With the one, it will be just fine. It will be coming in the further updates. Next, live.com. What else we have? Login.live.com we have. Okay, let's add that also. Login.live.com. We have our dot here. I will copy it. Sorry. And we will remove our dot over here as well. And next, what else we have? We have our login.microsoftonline.com. Okay, let's add it to login.microsoftonline.com. Copy it, enter, and remove the dot. Okay, next we have microsoft.com also. Okay, let's add it as well. Microsoft.com. Okay, we need to add one more, right, without the dot. Microsoft.com. Okay. Oh, yeah. What else we have? Login.live.com. Okay, let's include that. We already have, right? Login.live.com here. Sorry for that. Outlook.office.com. I guess this is the last one. Let's see. Outlook. Outlook. Basically, we are going to hack Outlook as well. Let's see if it works. Outlook.com and Outlook. Okay. Next, we have credential. We need to mention what is the key for the credentials, right? Let's see it. Oh, so I guess we need to log in once again here. Accidentally, our network tab was closed. Let's log in once again and see. Bharath@gmail.com. Sorry, .com. password and the two-factor authentication 975. Next. Yes, I want to say stand in and stop recording. Okay, we are looking at a post request here. Is this the one? Payload? No, this is not the one. Come on, where are you hiding? Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. We have a password as PSSWD and what about, yeah, login. Email ID as login. So it will be login. You're looking for post request and this will be PSSWD looking for post request. And yeah, we need to add one more thing, right? Evilginx need to know, right, when we have completed our authentication and when it should stop recording or capturing the cookies, or else it will keep on capturing rubbish things or garbage. So for this, we have to give it as auth URLs, which will be our landing URLs. Okay, my mistake. Landing version 2, which you can see here, right here. Landing version 2, and we have to give our domain. What will be our domain here? The landing page login.microsoftonline.com, and it will be the direct path to login page. Let me save. I guess this is all that we need. Soft.com. Yeah, let's see, let's save it, and let's see Phishlets. Okay, this is not yet been disabled. I will quit. Clear my screen. Okay, can just type and see. This is the exact command you need to run without building the Evilginx from scratch. You can use this. There you go. We have our M365 phishing template. You can use Phishlets and enable M365. You will get an error because M365 requires a host name, right? So let's set it up first. Phishlets host name M365, and we are going to name it as Microsoft Online .fake.com. Remember, this domain should end with our original domain which we mentioned, right? Our fake.com. Otherwise, this will not accept. Okay, we'll re-enable our Phishlet. Enable M365. Now we need to create lures. Lures are the things which will generate URLs, which will be sending to the victims using emails, and using whatever communication method you have. You can send that email, the link to the victims. Lures create M365. We have our lure ID here. Lures get URL 3. Okay, we have. Before that, I have to say one more thing also here. As we are doing this in the local, right? We have to set up our DNS records also. So for that we can do Phishlets host name. So host name and 365. Sorry, let me see. Help Phishlets. Okay. Phishlets get host M365. These are the DNS records you need to add in your local machine if you're doing this on local, or if you're doing on the real domain. Edit in your DNS records from your registrar. Copy it. I'll open a notepad and run it as administrator. Then once again file open. You will be landing in the system 32. You can go to drivers, then etc, and here if you select all files you will see host files. Double click it and paste your DNS records over here and save it. Now let's get that URL once again. This was the one, right? Yes. Copy it. I'll go back here. First I'll clear my sessions. Clear data. I'll show you how it works side by side also. When I go to this URL, start fetching. So there's a one more problem here. See, your connection is not private. Let's see where this is coming from. Certificate. So this certificate is issued by Evilginx, which is not being trusted by a browser. So what we can do is we can go to a user profile. Percent user profile percent. Here we have evilginx. Search and a security certificate. We double click it. You can install the certificate from here. Install certificate. Current user and select this. Place all certificates in the following store. Go to browse and keep it in this in trusted root certification authorities. Okay. Next. Finish. Do you want to install this certificate? Yes, I do want to install. Import was successful. Nice. So let's try to refresh this. Or we need to close our browser first. Open it once again. Okay, there you go. Background, we are intercepting the traffic here. As you can see, injecting JavaScript also. And as you can see, we are landed in fake.com, but these look exactly like the original Microsoft login page, right? If you're not looking at the domain, you will not be able to recognize whether this is real or not. And if you use a domain name, say like a typo square domain name like microsoft.online.com, you can easily deceive anyone. Okay, let me enter my username here, gmail.com. Next, password, and the code, two-factor code 033654. Sorry, 0 was not taken. Next is yeah, authentication is complete. Did we complete? Yeah. Yes. As you can see, token intercepted, and we have it our landing page v2, and our Evilginx has stopped capturing. Let's see our sessions over here. Sessions. As you can see, we have a session over here captured at 401. with session ID 7, and there you go. We have our tokens here, cookies. Oh, let me run it once again. Session 7. Okay, I'm going to copy this from the start. Okay, this time I'm going to use a different browser. I'm going to use this Edge, and we have our edit this cookie. Before that, let me go to office.com and see if we are already signed in. Yes, we already signed in. Let me clear my data over here. Settings, clear browsing data all time. Yes, clear now. And if you go to office.com once again, are we signed in? Sign in? No, we are not signed in. Once again, let me clear it. Clear now. And I guess there is a glitch over here. Yeah, import, paste your cookies over here. Accept. Let's go and see if this really works or not. Office.com. Sign in. I guess there is a problem over here. The way we have copied our sessions, I guess that's the problem. Let's see once again. Sessions. Session 7. Oh, there's a glitch over here. Let's see if you have copied it properly in Notepad. Yes, we have it correct. Go back, clear it once again. We'll try on the browser if this doesn't work. Yes, import everything. Go to office.com and so I guess our sessions are being deleted here. Let's try to copy and paste it once again. Okay, Edge is not working right now. Maybe there's a glitch over there. Okay, is.com. Sign in. Let me use my credentials which we captured and see if it asks for MFA once again. Session 7. We have a username and password over here. Next. Okay, that didn't ask for password, it just asked for your email ID, and we are logged in without entering any passwords. We are logged into Bharath Reddy's Microsoft account. Let's see Outlook. Outlook.ly.com. Okay, we have Outlook also here. I guess there might be a problem here. Let's try it one last time and see what's happening. the Microsoft Edge. Clear now. Copy once again. Import this, please. Yes, import office.com. Sign in. My email ID. Yeah, you have to enter your email ID. This option wasn't there before, an hour before. Microsoft have changed something, I guess. Okay. Okay. Do we have Outlook access here also? Outlook.live.com. Yes, we have outlook.live.com also. So there you go, folks. You have seen capturing credentials and bypassing MFA using Evilginx. That is not a big deal. Even if you have MFA, how attackers can capture it and steal your sessions. Okay, we have questions. Does Evilginx work on mobile too? From the Yes, Evilginx may work on mobile if you're using a terminal session like a Linux session in your Android mobile. It can work. Or if you're asking whether this phishing page works on mobile, as it doesn't, it absolutely works in the mobile as well. How does Civil Jinx bypass 2FA? So you have already seen how we have done that. Basically, it doesn't steal for any MFA code directly. Just lets you log in from its fake page, fake domain, and then captures the session tokens that you have seen. And if you just copy that session tokens and inject into our browser, you will have a session over there. Is this tool legal to use for in labs or demos? Yes, this tool is technically legal to use in labs, but if you're using in a real world, it isn't ethical. And if you're using in a real world engagements like red team, you need to have written agreements also. So be careful if you're using in the real world. You may get arrested for that also. Is this tool paid or free? This tool is free. As you saw, this is a community edition. This tool is completely free. And there is an Evilginx Pro version as well. If you want to use that, you can use that. They are bringing some more security features into Evilginx Pro. You can check out Kubernetes website for that. What sites are usually targeted with Evilginx? Evilginx are usually targeted like office.com, microsoft.com or Gmail, LinkedIn, do these things. So let's look at mitigations, what we can do for this Evilginx. If you are using if you are using your in your office, you need to include hardware security features like security key or fingerprints maybe. So Evilginx cannot intercept these fingerprints or hardware security keys. And if you're seeing like an login session from some other part of the country, so you need to implement like a security tools for that to monitor these things. And you need to see like if you are having a browser fingerprint new browser that has been logged in, can use that. And you need to make your employees train to look at the phishing emails. Basically, you have to look at the domain. Is that the original domain? And you look at the SSL certificates. Is it coming from a valid SSL store or the domain CA? These are the things. And there isn't much any automation for this, like seeing exactly is this a phishing site or not. There is one more thing you can implement. You can implement a um, web firewall proxy in your email gateway also. to scan for the links included in the email. Those are things as well. DNS setup, as DNS setup impact the flow. It is coming from the Dhruv. DNS setup, what we have done here is we have set up the DNS for our local machine. So when your browser goes to a domain, right, it need to know where that IP address is. So in my local machine, I have coded that DNS record for 127.0.0.1, which basically goes back to Evilginx. But in the real world, you have to set it up for your Evilginx server, maybe in an Amazon AWS or GCP. You can use whatever service provider you have. Set up a machine over there, set up the Evilginx server over there, and set up your DNS record to point to that that machine's IP address. So, do you have any more questions? Love this Fox live session. Thank you, Sashi. Thank you very much. So that's it, guys. This is the end of our live session. Hope you guys liked it. If you guys liked it, hit the like button, share, subscribe. We'll be having more live like this. We'll be dropping tech demo videos also. So see you soon.